Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to y'all. Happy Sunday, everybody. Y'all get on up in here and close the door, child. But yes, y'all come on in. Thank you so much for popping in. I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. But make sure you hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. Make sure you got your notification bell turned on as well. And if you are catching this on the replay, welcome and thank you so much for popping in and catching the replay of the live. Make sure you also hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for me. And make sure your notification bell is turned on as well. Thank you. Y'all know we got that 10-minute mark, so I'll be right back. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Miss Faith. Good morning, beautiful. Thank you for popping in as always. I gather Miss Maria's at church, and Miss Sexy Diva is probably 7, 8. It's 10 o'clock where she's at. But anyway, y'all come on up in here. Come in, come in. Don't be over there in the bushes being spectacious. Come in, hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. Make sure you got your notification bells turned on. You can become a member for $2.99. You can do super chat, super sticker, or you can do Cash App $ G Strickland 8 to help support the channel. I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. So just come on up in here. Anywho, anyhow, so let's just jump on in here, child. Let's jump on in. Um, I'm not gonna. I didn't even put her name on my thumbnail, but I just synced it before I actually popped up here to go live. But Miss Leandra Johnson, I think that's her name, Leandra. Yeah, she's an amazing singer and all of the above, child. But I'm trying to figure out what is the root of what's really going on with Leandria. I do think they said something about she had lost her family member, a brother, or something like that at some point in time. But anyway, it's being said that she had went live to tell her fans that she is not going to be at the Essence festival. For the people that's going to be looking for her, she wanted the people to know that she's not going to be there because she got a little taste of the freedom of the speech and she want to say what she want to say, and all of that kind of stuff. But the people that's up there supposed to be holier than thou said, not today, yesterday, nor tomorrow, Leandria. So she has been excluded from that right there, child. She has an amazing voice. But like I said, I think she has some deep rooted issues going on in her life. That maybe she just need to reach out to somebody and say, hey, I need some help. Go lay down on somebody's couch and all of that kind of stuff because her voice is just so amazing. And I just wish it wouldn't go to waste. And so yeah, I hate that for her, but she's been like caught driving intoxicated and all kinds of little stuff just been like going on with her and stuff. So I do remember when she was on the Ayana Fix My Life, and she had went to rehab on Ayana's show. Don't know what really happened. I don't even know if she stayed or she only how long she stayed or none of the above. But evidently it didn't work out in her favor. It didn't help her out a whole lot. Like she was probably well, we the fans was hoping that it would turn around for her. I think she had Mary or them was up there to support her when she was on Ayana Fix My Life and all of that. But yeah, that's sad to see and sad to hear, that she be popping off sometimes. She said, I have to pop off at the people, child. Some of the people, what she's saying, I ain't gonna say it's not true, and I'm not gonna say it is true. But the people just wanted her to shut it up. Stop talking so much. Leandra said, I'm not about to stop talking. I'm not about to stop talking. But yeah, I see about 15, 16 of y'all up in here in the bushes being spectacious. While you're over here, please hit the like button. You are more than welcome to come in and join the live chat. You wasted your gas to come up over here. You might as well ring the doorbell and close the door and just come on in and sit down and put your opinion down in the chat. Always welcome. Yes, I greatly appreciate y'all for that. But yeah, lots of prayers going up to Miss Leandria. I was so excited when she won that what was it? Was she on the Idol? No, it wasn't American Idol. Sunday Best, I think it was. I was so excited. Hey, Miss Carla, good morning, beautiful. I was super excited when she won the Sunday Best and all of that, but for some odd reason it just seemed like she just can't get it together. um I don't I don't know what it is, but like I said, I do kind of remember somebody said that it was something about her losing a close family member, and she has not been able to get over that. So prayers up for Miss Leandra and the entire family of hers on that. Yeah, wishing her all the best, child. Uh, I hate that. Thank you for popping in, Miss Carla, girl. I see you. I see you, girl. I see you. But yeah, so let's just jump in. Miss Maria sent me this link last night, child, and I went over there probably about in my sleep. I think I had went to sleep when she sent it to me. But I woke up and I looked at it this morning for the best that I could because I couldn't see, child. My eyes are still bothering me. I haven't been long. Came back from the doctor again. So waiting for them to call me in some medicine or something for my eyes, child. It's just seems like it's 18,000 things after another sometimes. But God is all able, and I'm still here in spite of going through these little nicks and ticks and tacks and all of that kind of stuff, child. That's what I call. But anyway, y'all, I looked at the show. It was on the OWN networks. It was called Will You Marry Me Now? Child. I seen a little bit of it last night, and Miss Maria had asked me. I did text her, so she must be in church. She did ask me, have I ever seen it, and I had never seen it, but it was really good, y'all. Very interesting. Over there on the OWN network, child. I tell you, I said, Lord, they just gonna keep me over here on the OWN network trying to look at something. But it was about, and I hope y'all can put y'all opinion down here in the chat. We might have to bring this back up later on this afternoon when I come back live. But I wanted to know, there was this couple. One name was Angela and Melquin. I think that was that guy named Melquin. Child, they got a whole family. They have been together for 7 years. Y'all heard what I said? 7 years, and they have 3 sons already. So you already got this ready-made family, and you're about to be at the common law marriage. I don't know if they got it where they live at, but yeah, North Carolina, they have a thing called common law marriage and that type thing. But yeah, they have been together for 7 years, 3 kids. They live together, and they're a family and all of that. But child. So the girlfriend, well, I don't know what she is, the live-in mom, baby mama, or something we can call her. But anyway, she wanted to, she's tired of living like that. She wants to be married. So she got his mom, and I think maybe his brother. She had her brother and her mom and her best friend to come, because if she was gonna ask him to marry her. So a lot of times when people, I myself, I think this way too. I really do, but I'm gonna change it up in just a second because of this situation. If you, I mean, you've been with this lady for 7 years. Why you ain't married her? I mean, what you waiting on? You just want her to keep spinning the wheels? What's gonna be different? Other than the last names is going to change. So his mama was there, and like I said, his brother, and I think her brother, her mama, and her best friend that came. Because like I said, once she asked him, and he says yes, the wedding is supposed to take place right there on the spot. But they all thought that they was going to a game show, or something like that. That's how she got him there. But anyway, that's what it was all about. She wanted to ask him to marry her. So she, let her mom and brother know, and her best friend, and she let his mom know about it. And his mom was nasty, child. She was nasty off the bat. I didn't like the mama. Now I didn't, child. And so she kind of figured that she waited till like the last minute to tell his mom about what she was going to do. Because she knew that his mama was gonna reach out to him, tell him, and get into his head, and that's exactly what happened, child. The mother talking about, I don't like the way she talked to him. Well, you don't live in their household. You don't know whether he talked to her like that, or how they talk to each other. You don't live with these people. They got a whole entire family, 3 boys, child, and him and her. So that was one of the excuses. She didn't like the way that the baby mama talk to her son or whatever. Anyway, the mama got into the son's head, and she was telling him, grown people, y'all. And she told him, I think she just be bossing you around, and I don't like how she trying to, make you marry her and all that. Sure, you gonna marry me today? We done been together for 7 years. You say I'm it, and I say you it. What is the diagrammatic problem? But child, long story short, child, she had on her little wedding gown and everything, child. The family were there. They were sitting at the church waiting, child. She asked him, she said, will you marry me? And he said, yes, baby, I marry you. She said, now? And he was like, yeah, now. He was all on board for a minute, but child, when that mother got in his head, Child, he changed. He said, he had been planning. He been trying to figure out how he could save some money to marry, for the wedding and all that kind of stuff. But when that mother got finished, he came back and told her, and told her brother, I want to get on one knee and ask her the right way. I didn't want her to ask me and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, they had to go back home together, child. He was just telling her, look at me, we're gonna get married, but I didn't want to get married that way and all that. Long story short, his mother should have stayed up out of their business. Um, 7 years, child. I'm not about to get no 7 years of my life, child. That's not about to happen yesterday, today, nor tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give you maybe a year and a half, and you ain't figured it out by then. We is really wasting time, child. Why is we still hanging around each other? Move around, move on, go find whomever is going to make you happy. But if y'all have not seen that show, it is on the OWN network, child. The OWN network, child. Y'all get over there and check it out. Like I said, it was really good. I hated it for her, that he didn't they didn't have the wedding or whatever. But for some reason this dude is stalling. I don't get that part. Miss Jennifer says, I left his ass with his mom. Child, sure would have. I would have left him right there. Child. When I say grown, probably in they like mid-40s or something. And y'all been together, she said, ever since like high school or something like that. And you got 3 kids, y'all live together, and y'all ain't got married. I be done like you got something else going on. Go over there with your mama. Don't come over here. Go on and leave. Pack your stuff and go stay with your mama. Once you figure out how to get away from being your mama's boy, then you come back over here and check with me. Y'all ain't got no time to be wasting no clowns like that. Y'all, I tell y'all every day, I don't know what's wrong with the men of the world today, child. They ain't got no moral standards or nothing, child. They just out here on the limb, child. They looking for the same thing that women be looking for, and that's stability and all of that kind of stuff, child. Child, and they is not even embarrassed about it. I said, I just cannot, child. Ooh. And they always talking about the man is the head of the household. I mean, I ain't even going biblical. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, Miss Jennifer, he had to go back over there with his mama's shoes. Don't talk to me for the next 45 days. Let me get myself together. 45 days, because I'm trying to find myself, figure out what I want to do. Am I gonna stay with you? And all of that, child. Nope, I ain't doing none of that. But anyway, y'all. For the people, y'all, get on over there and on the Peacock and look at the Nelly and Ashanti, child. Just go on over there and look at their show, child. It's supposed to be on Bravo. I'm gonna try to catch it, see if I can get Bravo. I said, shoot, all these daggone little Netflix, Peacock, Bravo. Child, you gotta pay for each one of these little things. I said, my goodness, do they not have a bundle? Because I would love to see. But anyway, I caught somebody was talking about the show. And I do love myself some Nelly and Shanti, child. I'm so glad that they have gotten back together and all of that. It's like they bounces off of each other, their energy and all that kind of stuff. I really think that they are good for each other. They can't have not decided on whether or not if they're going to live in St. Louis, because that's where Nelly is from, or they're going to live in New York. That is where Ashanti is from, child. They caught up in the middle. I said, Lord, I don't know how this gonna work, but they touring, she touring, he touring, Ashanti's mom, and then work for her or whatever. So, it's a little rough around there. But from the little piece that I did catch, they was talking about Nelly Nelly went to do the he was at a concert with the Orange Man inauguration, child. Y'all know him. I think it was Snoop Dogg and some other people that had all was supposed to perform for over there with that Trumpster, child. Well, y'all know the colored people, have been dragging Nelly and Snoop to the dog, child. They were dragging them behind that there Nelly thing. Well, I kind of feel a little way like Nelly did. Nelly said, I ain't put him in the White House. Now I'm just doing over there. I'm just doing my little thing. So, they caught a lot of flack behind that. Nelly was being inconsiderate. I don't know how much they said, how much they paid him to go over there, child. But Nelly went on out there and did the thing, child, got that bag, child. And that's what the people trying to figure out. Well, how much money did they get Nelly to go over there and perform? Nelly, Snoop Dogg, whomever else was over there. But anyway, Nelly was thinking like he's still single or whatever, because the people on the internet was dragging Shanti and little baby KK. Child, little baby KK, he's so handsome. I showed him the picture of him yesterday, I think it was. He's about to be one next month, child. I said, my goodness, time has flown on by. But you know, they got the nanny and Shanti mama and family and all of them be helping with the baby and all that stuff. And of course, Nelly do have, I think it's four more older kids. Two of them is his sister's kids, and two of them is his. But I think his sister had passed, and so he took his sister kids and was working with them. That's when he was doing the show Nellyville or some mess like that. Single dad. His daughter Chantel, she's very pretty too. But what I like the most, blended family. They all seem to be getting along and loving on each other and all of that. But I really do believe that Nelly do love Ashanti. We belong together. They circle the block. A lot of people don't circle the block, meaning going back to what you used to have way back when. But they were saying that so many people, Fat Joe and everybody else, were trying to get them back together and all that kind of stuff. And child, it's just so cute. They're all over the internet, child, because they've been doing so many interviews because of their show was coming on Peacock. We Belong Together. But child, I did not know Nelly didn't like to change no diapers, child. They said Nelly ain't changing no baby's diapers. He said, let the nanny do it. Nelly is loud and he funny, child. If you need a laugh, y'all make sure y'all tune in and look at the Nelly. We Belong Together, Nelly and Ashanti. Ashanti, she laugh all the time. She got that good energy as well. She's loud and all of that. They just so cute. And I'm glad that they did get back together, whatever. But yeah, he was being drugged for going over there to the Trumpster thing and child. But he did say that he did something for Kamala Harris, and he said he never heard a word about it. So nobody ain't said nothing about that. But when he went over there to get his bag, cause over there with that orange man, Donald Trump, like Donald Trump know what he's singing and all that stuff. I love that. I seen him hit the dance floor and cut a rug, child. But I ain't seen none of that right there, child. I ain't do all of that. But yeah, she had to call some of her girlfriends in, because the people were dragging her and baby KK on the internet, child, because her husband went to perform, child. And so Nelly was like, he don't care, but they done gone too far. Nelly said they done went too far when they dragging in his wife and baby KK, child. He about ready to pop a cap on somebody behind them there, child. I said, Lord have mercy. But he was kind of caught up in his feelings, because maybe he didn't think it through, or it didn't go off like he thought it was gonna go off, or land the way he thought it was gonna land, or whatever. But yeah, we the people know how cruel and mean the people on the internet can be, child. They can be so mean and cruel and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know why they had to put her and baby KK in it. They ain't had nothing to do with it. But I guess the people looking at it as, that's your husband. So, you about to catch a stray too. Hey, my thoughts. Good morning. She says, happy Sunday, G in chat. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for popping in. But we was talking about Leandra. She ain't gonna be at the Essence Festival, my thoughts, because her mouth done got her in a little taste of trouble. And I just jumped on Nelly and Ashanti. We Belong Together over there on the Peacock, but they did say it's supposed to come on Bravo the 29th. So yeah, if y'all ain't caught that show, please go over there and try to tune in and catch it. I'm trying to see if I can get it on Bravo, maybe, depending on how much Bravo is charging. I said, dang, I need a bundle. I need a bundle with Peacock, Netflix, Bravo, all of this. I need a bundle. All of this over here, and you pay that over there. And child, I can't be doing all that right there. Mr. My thought says at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child, I was over there in somebody else's live. I was being spectacious. I did hit the like button, but I wanted to see if they, the people that was in their live, had their name and numbers down as well. I don't know why. StreamYard is doing this to the good people, call it doxing people, child. I don't know what they're thinking and why they did it this way, but it's crazy. I tell y'all, they be doing the most, and we don't know why they be doing the most. They don't send us out no emails saying, hey, we're about to do this on tomorrow. We don't get those type emails or none of that, child. But moving forward anyway. But yeah, that's what it was about. Nelly and Ashanti, and him going to the inauguration. Ashanti looks just like her mama. There's some good spirited people and all of that. And I did see on the internet yesterday where Nelly had thrown her a surprise baby shower. They just love each other, child. I hope it doesn't end. I hope they can make it through, this long distant marriage. He in one city, she in another city, and they traveling. She did say that they passing each other in the air and all that kind of stuff. Baby KK about to hit the tour. He going on tour too, child. I said, go ahead on, baby KK, child. He be hanging in, child. All they got to do, give him a little taste of some shades, child, and put him in his car seat or whatever he riding in, child, and keep on moving, I guess. Miss, my thought says, Lily has some problems that only God can fix. I wish her well. She can sing her tail off for real. God knows she can. My thoughts. That's what I was saying. I don't know what happened or how deep it is. I thought they said something about she lost a family member. And that's why she's like she is. I'm not really sure, but if I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it is. But I do wish, I hate to see her talent wasted like this. But when Leandra get lit, child, don't get her none of that brown moonshine, child. When Leandra get a little taste of that on the inside, child, if it come up, it's coming out. She said, I don't feel no ways tired about none of y'all up here. Child, she be calling everybody out. Right on down to the pastor. That's who. Mm, 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 mm. Leandra said, I don't feel no ways tired. She said, freedom of speech. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run my mouth and talk about what I don't like and what's going on. Because, a lot of these here people don't know. We the people we really probably don't know. I do remember one time she had got upset because she said that the people that be doing these gospel shows and putting on these performances in the gospel business and all that, she said the people don't really be making no money and stuff, child. So, they get up there and sing their heart out and all of that kind of stuff. And I get it too, y'all. People be like, well, if you singing for God, and I know God supplies all of our needs. Absolutely, he does. And some of our wants, but if they got that talent like Leandra, I think they should be paid. The people need to be paid. Um, it's a job. Stop cutting those people out like that. My thought says I have looked at some other sites that I subscribe to, and they are not being affected with the new tags. Looks like they are watching the CCs in this section for some reason. Child, I don't know. I don't really be out there like that. But for the ones that I have did go and see, it's my thoughts. I seen the same thing. I'm not really sure. Hey, Miss Cheryl Huff, how are you? She says, good morning, have a blessed day. You as well. But that's weird, ain't it? That is so weird. But it's nothing of the people, the CC's doing. I know my thoughts is not your real name. Um, um, uh, That's Miss Collins. But I don't know, y'all. I don't get that part. I don't know why them crazy people is doing that mess that they doing, child. But please don't think that it's nothing that the CCs have clicked on or is doing. We don't have that kind of control. It's coming from YouTube, StreamYard, or whomever these folks is, child. All I know to tell you. But yeah, back to the Leandra. I do hate that for her. Whatever she's got going on, whatever she's going through, y'all, let's just keep on praying for her that that we know that God is a healer and he can deliver her. And that's my prayers for Leandria, just to get it together. Because she do have kids. And when she get hold of that there brown moonshine child, that what they call it? Child, she get out there, she get the driving child. Mess around be done hit somebody and took them out. So I hope and pray to God that that doesn't happen. I hope that I hope a miracle happened in her life to shake her and wake her up before something really really bad happens. My thought is I have not seen it on the Clear People sites. Oh, y'all don't even know no Clear People. I can go on their site and look at. Child, I be trying to get involved with other Clear Peoples and all that kind of stuff, child. Yes, girl, that old brown moonshine, child. Let her get a little taste of that, child. She hit the highway with the quickness with that moonshine up in her, child. She be out there on live, child, cussing and carrying on. She be cussing the people out for real. Hey, Miss Ophelia, she says, good morning, G Squad and everyone. Hey, beautiful, welcome. Thank you for popping in. But yeah, and she don't feel no ways tired when she get through saying what she got to say, child. But I just don't like the thought. And I know that when somebody is grown, and they jump behind that good piece of machine, you can't tell them nothing. You can't even stop them from getting out there, child. And that's so dangerous, not only for her, but for the people that's out there on that highway that she's passing and all that kind of stuff. I'm so glad that, I know we have to get out there and we have to go places and do things. But if you sit and worry about before you get in your car, you be like, Lord, I'm so scared. God don't want us to live in fear. But you be like, Lord, I'm so scared. I don't know. There might be somebody out there driving drunk, or somebody out there that, medical reason, they just blank out and all that kind of stuff and hit me. And I don't make it back to the house. Pray before you leave. Pray, 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 and just ask God to let you make it back home safely. My thought says I like looking at DIY and home improvement sites too. Oh, do it yourself. Oh yeah, I like looking at that too as well. So I don't know, Miss My Thoughts. Maybe this is like uh that really is a total different sector way over there and all that kind of stuff. But uh yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll change it. Hopefully, because the first day I saw it, I think it was this week, the first time I seen it. And I was like, what's those numbers for? Why they got your name up there like that and all that kind of stuff? I was like, what is these people doing? And that's what I wanted to ask, but I don't have nobody to ask. And when you try to send an email to like StreamYard or something to make a suggestion, child, they swap you over yonder to another site, and then they want a credit card numbers. I said, what a dollar and all. I ain't about to do all of that either. No, I shouldn't have to do all of that to ask a question. My thought says she need one of those steering wheels in her car that can tell if she is drunk and not let the car start. Yeah. A breathalyzer. That's what she need in her car, a breathalyzer. So apparently she hasn't been like pulled over or stopped for a DUI. A child, the way that girl be lit out there on that highway, child, they gonna take her stuff on the spot, child, and gonna take her to the jail and lie her down, child. That's how lit she be, child. She be out there body, child. I be like, daggone, can somebody go and help Leandra, child? And why you always gotta go live so the people can know that you out there driving like that, child? If it was one of my family members, she could be mad at me all she want to. I really wouldn't care. But if I synced her go live in my Moses voice, if I synced her go live and she's out there intoxicated, I'm about to die. Now I'm say, what's the number to 911? Oh, 911. That's what I'm about to call. I'm telling it look like she's headed this way. Get a description of the car and all of that right there. Can y'all go get her? Can y'all go pick her up? Cause she lit like that. I sure will tell it on, child. You can get mad at me now, but thank me later, cause I just probably saved your life and somebody else's, honey. My thought says I really don't care because I have nothing to hide. I say what I say and move on. So do I. My thoughts, child. I don't be worried about stuff like that, but some people do, and some people did bring it to my attention the other day. But I just want the people to know it's not nothing that I did or any of the other CCs have done to disclose them or whatever. I ain't nothing private about me, my thoughts. I tell the good people, I said I will be 57 in August the 8th. I said, and at this point, what am I lying about? And why should I be lying? Child, all I know to tell you is you got a question you want to ask me. You better ask the good Lord to prepare you for my answer, because you might not be ready for what's going to come out my mouth. That's what I tell the people, child. You want me to answer that? Do you really want to know the answer? Sometimes people be asking you stuff they ain't ready. So I tell them, y'all better make sure you ready. That's it. That's all. But yeah, so hopefully she can get it together, y'all. We just got to keep on praying for our young sister. Prayer, and hopefully she don't get hurt out there. That's the last thing I would want to see or hear on the news about something bad happened to her. Because like I said, I think she got like 3 kids or something like that. And yeah, you would think that her kids would make her like snap out of it. I want to be here for my kids. I just need to go away and try to get myself together, get some help for, this situation. And better yet, talk about it. A listening ear, people don't believe this, but a listening ear can save a person's life. So she really needs somebody to just step in. But when she was on Ayana, she had that hairstylist, but he wouldn't tell her the truth. And Ayana she ripped a hole in that dude rear end. She said, "How you gonna call yourself her best friend? You out here seeing what she doing, you ain't calling her out on it. You going to get it for her. How you call yourself her best friend?" Child, that dude didn't like that child. He ranted to go. I said, call him out, Ayan, and tell him tell him like it is, child. But no, he didn't like that. And there's a lot of people that be in your circle and they'll pacify your situation instead of just being blunt with you and telling you the real behind it all. So if you are talking to somebody and they supposed to be your friend, child, and you go to them about a situation, I always want that person to tell you the real. It might hurt you now, but you'll thank them later. Um, um, I really don't care. Okay. Miss Cheryl says, have everyone heard from Sonny? You talking about Sonny Minks, Miss Cheryl? The last time I heard anything about Sonny, I think it was the AI channel where they were talking about Sonny supposed to be messing around with Marcel Scott. And it came out. This really hit the YouTube streets when Moses got out of jail. And I was like, why they trying to stir up mess? Why do people trying to do some crazy if you're talking about Sonny Minks? I'm like, why do people trying to do some foolish stuff like that? Come on, people, make it make sense. I was like, Lord, I cannot. But y'all know we was talking about P. Diddy's son, child, got a little taste of a little some charges coming up against him. Yes, okay. Miss Jennifer says she posted something this morning. I haven't been over there on IG, not yet. But yeah, I didn't like that part where that they was coming out like she was messing around with Marcel, because y'all remember whenever that show was on and that Destiny D Nasty, whatever y'all call that ugly crazy girl, 304 is a good name for her. But they're claiming that Sonny took Moses from her. Child, you can't take nobody, first of all. You can't take nothing that belong. Nobody can't take nothing that belong to you, baby. It won't never yours anyway. I see, this one thing about that show I really don't like. They'll make excuse for that, but this over here is the same. But you're gonna make excuse. I didn't like them people like that. And that tuna cat talking about can't trust our husband find the producers. Girl, ain't nobody want that drunk ass Marcel Scott, but your silly simple ass that's desperate for a man. You the only one that want him, honey. But yeah, they popped that craziness out, and then I seen something up there where Tisha went to jail, I guess, for stalking Sonny or some old crazy mess like that. I don't listen to it no more. I like, this is stupid. These people trying to get some kind of mess started. I don't know why they're trying to pop off and get something like that started. But for the people that did see it, baby, don't know about it. That girl don't even want more. So she just don't want to. She like numbers. As long as she can say we been married for 15, 18 years. Child, that's all that makes her day right there. Hold on. But yeah, as long as she can pop out with some numbers to say she's married, she just as happy as she can be. But um yeah, so they said that Sean Diddy Combs' son has popped out, child. But the people was talking about Tisha Tales was talking about how Sean Combs was blocking his kids, from going off and being great. One of them had got accepted into Harvard and all that kind of stuff. He wanted them to run the empire and all that craziness and all that kind of stuff. But child, we talked about it yesterday. They got the little girl done throw something out there from way back over there in the day, child. But he dropped some music and it was saying Free of Diddy. I think that's the name of the song. I said Free of Diddy. I thought it was saying Free Diddy, but I think Tisa Tell said Free of Diddy, meaning what is the son trying to say in this here music he putting out here, child? Because the daddy has been conniving to them as well. I said, Lord, Sean Kong, get yourself together, brother. Get yourself together. Well, he probably won't have another choice because the people is saying that, he about to be up over there in for life. Child, if they keep P. Diddy in jail, prison, / whatever for life, child, he ain't gonna be around long. Mm-mm. He ain't gonna be around too long. Cause see, they might not want to do that anyway. Cause he called somebody and called somebody and called somebody. Child, the whole prison gonna have a freak off going on. Child. Oh, child, did he gonna have a freak off going on in the prison, child? They got the child. He gonna be like, slide that baby oil on up in here. Yeah, bring that other stuff too. Don't forget that, child. He about to have a show up party going on in the prison. They better put P Diddy over there by himself somewhere, child. He done been detoxing for some months now from the rugs, from the freak offs, and from everything, child. He about to lose his entire mind right now, child. If they don't let him out before the 4th of July, child ain't gonna be surprised at what I don't hear. He had a freak off in the prison. Child, I cannot. And they was all willing participants. Child, I cannot. They know I did about to go off on the edge, child. He can't take too much more of this kind of stuff. Child, he about to lose. He trying to hold on for dear life right now. Miss Jennifer said, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Well, now, Miss Jennifer, how do we know that his mind did not tell him that what he was doing was nothing wrong with it? Because y'all know we talk about it all the time. Like when we're dealing with these narcissistic people, child, they might tell them everything they doing is right. So how would you convince that person that that's wrong? Child, you is wasting your time because you're not going to convince them that what you're doing is wrong. So he feel like, why these people coming up against me like this? I ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. That's P. Diddy's mindset. My thought says that makes me think the children are hoping he goes to the clink. Yes, we may never know what he did to those children. Remember the one who said he raped him on the twins' bed? The man is sick, in my opinion. Oh, my thoughts. I didn't hear that. His own biological children. Child, I cannot. Well, you know what? We got to think about it too. If they said Mama Combs, Mama Janice did some things to him, child, him and R. Kelly, it happened to me. It didn't kill me. Nobody didn't save me from the boogeyman. I mean, I ain't doing. Child, how you gonna do that to your own child? Oh, that is sick. That is so sick. No, a man said that, not his children. Oh, wow. Oh, on the twins' bed. Mm, mm, child. Mm. Yeah, they something wrong with him. They something really, really wrong with that dude. But you know what, y'all? They let's use R. Kelly for an example. You know when R. Kelly got caught and all of that stuff. Everybody's saying there's something wrong with R. Kelly, and to the day they probably still saying there's something wrong with R. Kelly. But they put him in prison for the crime that they have done. Is they getting any help though? Is they going to see mental counseling and all of that kind of stuff to help them get to the root of why they did what they did? I mean, you just can't put them in prison and think that's gonna cure the people, child. That just getting them off the street. But that don't mean they're not gonna do it again. If not given the opportunity, I think if they get the opportunity, they're gonna get out there and try it again. I'm just saying. Mm. I'm just saying. And my thoughts, I was telling them that I looked at the show, Will You Marry Me Now, from last night. It was on the OWN. And this girl had been with her boyfriend for 7 years, and they have 3 boys, and they live together, a real family. And she asked him to marry her. And he said yes until his mama got hold of him. And then, he was coming up saying, he wanted to do it on one knee and all that stuff. First of all, would you stay with this man? Y'all already living together, got 3 boys, and not be married? I'll wait. How long is you going to give this fool to ask you to marry him? Girl ain't got much time. The clock is ticking, honey. The clock is ticking. I think that girl should have probably slapped his mama one time or two, three, four. Going over there somewhere and stay up out of business. You better be glad I tried to get you here for the wedding. Now you done came up over here and got all up in his head. And he said yes, and then he come back and he changed the child. It was kind of embarrassing too, y'all. It really was. Mm-hmm. Child, I cannot. My thought says R. Kelly's ex-wife needs to be in the clink with him, her Mickey Mouse behind. I feel that she was a part of it too. It's just saying, child, I believe that too. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute now, don't let you leaving out a whole lot of people, honey. Baby, we're leaving out a whole lot of people. Them that girls, mothers, and the fathers. Put them over there in that clinker too, child. Because R. Kelly was over yonder somewhere, child. How did the children get there? They just dropped out of the air? I don't think so. Nah, them old thirsty parents trying to get paid and all that kind of stuff. Now everybody in the mess. Nah, I think all them people should have been in jail. Mm-mm. If R. Kelly got to go, so did them children's mamas and the daddies and the pappies and all of them that people that played a part. Put everybody in jail. That's how you fix it. Nah, they just pulling out what they think is the ringleader. We're gonna pull them up out of here, and that's what we're gonna do. They ain't right. They ain't right. My thoughts and my opinion. But yeah, child, it's a whole hot mess, child. I don't know. Maybe the children can see something with this establishment of the P Diddy, itty bitty did it go on when he have to spend time in a clinker, child. I don't know. Is his lawyers talking to him over this here good weekend, child? I don't know that either. Well, hopefully they is, and they already probably done told him. We appeal till we cannot appeal no more. But while we are appealing, you will still be in the clinker shoe. That's all I gotta tell you, R. Kelly. I mean, P Diddy. I don't know who you pissed off you, but maybe you should keep your mouth closed too, child. I don't know. You 55 years old, about to go to possibility that you can spend the rest of your entire life in the prison. Child, you're gonna be looking worse than what you're looking right now. Mom Combs ain't gonna have to worry about this sketch artist too much more longer, child. Lord, if they say guilty in this here thing come this week, child. I hope he put on a some Depends or something, child. He probably gonna use the bathroom on himself, child. I'm just trying to tell the people. He can be like, why come I just can't go ahead with the time served? And also keep in mind, people, Donald Trump is up in there. And you know, they were friends, y'all. They said they were friends, Donald Trump and P. Diddy. They go way back, y'all. I don't know if they still friends as of today. But he did say if he felt like they did him injustice. So Donald Trump will come up with anything to be injustice to probably get him out. So we just gotta wait around and see how this mess plays out. My thought says lock all them up. If they lock people up for not taking their children to school, they should lock them up for taking them to these mean house. Parents took that boy to MJ house too. Sure did. Absolutely. How did they get there? How? How did these children get there, y'all? That's a good question. And you're absolutely right. If they can get locked up for not going to school, they should be locked up for dropping their kids off at these people's house that's not even related to them at all, just because you think your kid's gonna make you a lot of money, make you be childlike and this is some crazy stuff. These people be doing demos. They just foolish people out here, I guess. Sell they soul for $1. I guess they say I ain't selling my soul, but I'm selling the children, child. I cannot. Yeah, lock everybody up. That's how I feel about it. I don't feel like it was right for them to just get on Kelly and don't get the rest of the people. I mean, why you ain't gonna get the rest of the people? Why you leaving them out? But those are questions that people don't ask. They don't talk about. It's a secret or whatever, child. But it's not fair. It don't seem like it's fair, but it is what it is, child. I couldn't see myself dropping my babies off like that because I was just overbearing, I guess. My kids couldn't even spend a night. And I don't care if it's at the neighbor's house right beside me. Not about, nope, not doing that, child. I was scared to death because even though I have sons, things happen to little boys as well. in this day and time. So it is what it is. But y'all, I done been in here about an hour running off at the mouth here with y'all. Y'all know we'll come back a little later on this afternoon and talk about some other mess and see what's going on in the world and these here good YouTube streets, child. But yeah, it's a whole hot mess, child. Mm-mm. People just so crazy, though. I would have been worried to death. I've been calling my baby every day, all throughout the day. Better yet, I ain't about to be doing all that because mine ain't gonna be over there with your crazy tail. Mm-mm. And Usher, mm, I don't know what he did to Justin Bieber, but it's real, real deep, real deep. Oh, I don't like to look at Justin Bieber, y'all. Oh, it hurts my feelings to have to look at Justin Bieber of um how whatever he did to him. I don't know. I thought just have a good lunch, G, and everybody later. Yeah, you too, y'all as well. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for popping in on the live. I greatly appreciate y'all so, so much. But like I said, I'll be back a little later, maybe around 3 or 4, something like that. But all right, y'all, I am out of here and y'all have a good one. See y'all later. Bye.